Video blog entry number 1. Hey! Hey! No, I didn't like that. I didn't even think it was funny. So I was thinking, what is something that unites the whole world? Something that we all can relate to? I think that's hate. Everybody hates things. I really hate some things. Don't you hate it when you're eating Captain Crunch and it cuts the roof of your mouth?
Ow! Worth it.
Don't you hate it when you're overdressed?
How do I look?
You think that's a little much for bowling?
What?
Don't you hate it when you're like chasing after a piece of paper or something and a gust of wind just keeps taking it as if pulled by an invisible string? Don't you hate it when you're squeezing a lemon and you zest yourself in the eye? Lemon. Ow! Don't you hate it when someone else is squeezing a lemon and they zest you in the eye?
A lemon.
Ow! Don't you hate it when you have to fart, so you hold it in and then it makes like a muffled fart noise inside of you? Don't you hate it when you just trip and fall over? Don't you hate it when two people are having like a really funny conversation and you try to include yourself, but then you just completely miss the boat?
He nearly lost all of his sheep and brick.
Oh my gosh, I hate it when that happens. I love Settlers of Catan.
His grandpa lives in New Zealand.
You're not talking about Settlers?
I don't even know what that is.
I hate parallel parking. Don't you hate it when people play music when you're talking to them? Exactly like a druid. Like, you must have descended
Wait, hold
from
on a second.
Are you listening? Said I was like a druid!
Okay.
Don't you hate it when you're all alone at home and you feel like there's a bunch of ghosts following you? Don't you hate it when you just keep trying to pull off Levi's? I just can't pull off Levi's. Don't you hate it when you interrupt your own thoughts? Don't you hate it when you're walking your dog and another person is approaching and then your dog decides to like do its business and then the person sees and you're like, do I pick it up? Don't you hate it when you just want to cool off, have a glass of water, and then you tilt the cup too much and just spill it all over yourself? Don't you hate it when you think you have the pronunciation right and then you realize after like 5 years you've been saying it wrong? Guess what the epitome of stupidity
The
is?
fact that you just said epitome,
What do you mean?
it's epitome.
Don't you hate it when you get like all cozied up with like a big comforter, some ice cream, a crackling fire, and then the remote control is just out of reach and you're like, well, it's cool, I'll just watch Chopped. And then after 4 episodes, you can't take another chef complaining about the pairing of pork belly, jelly beans, and string cheese. And then finally, you can't take it and you snap and you throw back the comforter and you go, no! And you dive for the remote control. Hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Don't you hate it when you're crossing the street, you know, putting one foot in front of the other and dun-da-da, and then somebody comes. Don't you hate it when you're drinking water and then you tilt the cup too much and you just, oh, that was scary. Don't you hate it when you're drinking some, oh, do you hear all those birds? Look at them. Okay. Do you see them? They're so tight. Look at them all. What are they doing? Oh. Chirp, chirp. Oh, they're going back to that tree. Okay. Don't you hate it when the boom gets in the shot? All right. Stop it. Stop.
Here you go.